It's happening.
Are we here? Let me see.
We shall find out.
Hello, everyone, if you are watching. I don't know if there's anyone here already, but let's see.
Boom. Posted.
Oh, yeah, people are here. Okay.
We're here. Look at that. Oh, we're live. We're here. And I can confirm it because it's on my phone as we speak.
Yeah, Sweet. Okay, hello, everyone. It's finally happening. What did I name this video? The Boozy Booker Boy.
Boozy Booker Boys.
I mean,
that's us.
So do you have a beer? Do you have a beer ready? I have my beer ready.
I have unopened.
Okay.
I went traditional. What have I got? I got a North Brewing 6.7 analog set. What have we got? A hazy IPA brewed with Talus hops. Expect juicy orange zest, bright lime, and creamy coconut.
There you go.
This is the ASMR for everyone.
Oh, the best. The classic intro sound to my channel. I love it.
I expected, and what I received was mediocre.
That's what I got.
Yeah.
Is it? What's wrong with it?
It's nice. It's clean. It's refreshing. But I'm not getting citrus.
Okay.
I'm getting bland.
Yeah. Is it is it fresh? Or because I know sometimes if I have like IPAs sitting in my fridge for a while, they kind of go like they feel less hoppy. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows? Oh my gosh. People are commenting. This is so crazy. I seriously feel like I've never done anything live in my entire life. So this is revolutionary for me.
I think the first time I did a live, I sweated through the entire thing.
That's me right now. I'm trying to keep it cool, but
wonderful.
So, how are you?
I'm great. I'm grand. I've had a busy day, and it's 9 o'clock, and it's just nice to just.
It's so crazy that you guys are so far ahead.
Yeah. When I saw the time on your side, I was like, "Oh, you're basically in brunch time."
Yeah,
there's me getting ready for bed.
I know, doing a little 1 p.m. drinking situation. I just have a plain lager, keeping it basic right now, but
I love it.
Refreshing. So, how is your current reading going? I haven't seen your latest video yet. I saw you posted like 12 hours ago.
Oh gosh. How is it going? It's going okay. So I've reviewed now the 4th one. So that's got to be done. And I'm halfway through the 5th of Knausgaard's series. And it's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah.
So if no one knows, Knausgaard's like this famous guy from Norway, wrote the My Struggle series. And basically, he's just an everyman. He's like every average Joe blog who goes through like the same anxieties, the same fears, the same feelings growing up. And he wrote 3,500 pages on it. And I'm feeling it now.
Yeah.
I've got to... I think I'm like 2,500 pages through the entire thing now. And I'm feeling it. I'm like...
I've never sat with a book that long, or any kind of series. I think the only thing like comparable is Harry Potter, but I mean, come on. But yeah, I like if a book is over 400 pages, that's like pushing it for me. So props to you for sticking with it. I'm interested in reading it though.
Oh gosh, I at the end of my like series, I'm gonna do like a should you and like what to expect. I'm thinking of doing that, but I think with like any project or like any like series, maybe I've learned now. Maybe don't back to back them.
Yeah,
because like it's a bit like I haven't had a palate cleanser. I haven't like ducked in and out of anything separate. It's like I'm just in this guy's head and I'm just in this series, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Don't know if I'd recommend it.
I mean, that's classic you, though. That you love putting yourself through these arduous, insane book tasks, which I mean, that's the joy. I love it. Are you geared? So how much time will you have between this and then Booker long list reading? I don't even know when it is.
I think Booker's in July. They haven't confirmed the date.
Okay.
But it's around July, I think.
Okay.
So based on the pace that I'm doing, I should finish and have reviewed everything by the end of June.
Okay.
And that's all I'm doing. So it will be this, all the videos, Booker, and then that's going to be like my let's go. Like that's all I need. So
that'll be exciting. I want to do. I liked doing the shortlist reading for the International Booker. I don't know if I'm going to do long. I don't think I'm going to do long list for Booker unless there's like. I think it depends on what the long list is, I guess. But oh, people are so nice. Do you hold on? Sorry, bear with me, everyone.
If you click on the comments, they'll show up.
Okay, cool. Let's run through these really quick. Ooh,
hello,
Jennifer.
Hello. Look how professional we went.
I know. I'm in it. Hello, Rainbow Sky. Gay and proud. Happy Pride Month, everyone. Oh my God, CJ. Hello. We are kings of BookTube, according to her.
And CJ, we trust. I've been saying this since the first video of hers. I'm going to continue saying it.
Yes. Love the CJ. Here's a question for you.
Asleep. We'll take it. We'll take it as a win. It's been a bit of a manic day for him today. So
yeah. How's Alex doing? Is Alex chilling?
Alex, as always, is just an absolute babe.
Nice.
She's downstairs. She started watching Feel Good. I think it's like a new Netflix.
I've heard of it. I can picture the. Okay.
Yeah, and she's like, "You go up, do your live stream because I'm gonna have peace and quiet and watch this." And I'm like, "Yes."
Nice.
Yes.
I'm so glad we're finally doing this. We've been talking about this for so long. I'm glad we're doing it.
We have. I think it was last year.
I know. I can't believe it's been a year on BookTube for me. On the 23rd, it'll be a year on here. Which
yeah, I've been over a year. People keep telling me like, "Oh, you've been doing it for a year," and I'm like, "Huh, yeah, I suppose." It's gone quick. It's gone really quick.
What's for tea?
I had sticky toffee pudding for dinner today.
Ooh,
it's one of those days.
I love it.
Too hot. I was like, I'm going to shove pudding in my face.
That's how you do it, man. That's the best. Let's see. Oh, how nice. Okay, Ricky. Thank you, Ricky.
Ricky, I'm like,
that means so much. I know, sorry. Oh my God. Love. Hello.
It's Navi. Yes. I think one thing I'll definitely say since starting is the people you meet. That's been more interesting than the books.
I 100% agree. That. So I just filmed yesterday, a 1-year YouTube anniversary tag thing, reflecting on YouTube. Yeah. And one of the questions was what's the best thing that's happened since joining? And the hotties, if any hotties are watching still, I mean, that I'm so grateful for joining YouTube just for that alone. I can't believe we all started around the same time. Talk to you guys every single day. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. So that's been the best part, hands down. And just the people that comment and everything. I've been so surprised at how warm people are on here. I don't know why.
Have you seen my comment section?
I don't know what's going on there. People go hard in your comments.
Yeah, they do. I quite like it. Like it. I think there's an element of people are looking for the banter.
Yeah.
I think I can take it. And then there's some people who are just like, you have a really nasally voice sorted out, and I'm like, I can't. This is just what you get. So
the fact that people feel the need to comment like that, I just don't understand it. But I mean,
I quite like it.
Yeah, it's fun. Like seeing. I mean, if you're giving a book a 1 out of 10, someone's gonna be mad. You know, especially I think at least, especially popular books.
Yeah, I think Boy Parts by Eliza Clarke was the worst comment section I've ever had. That was.
Because wasn't your thumbnail like "This is American Psycho" or something?
Yeah, it's American Psycho. It was American Psycho, and everyone's like, "I hate American Psycho." Wow, Boy Part is really good. And I'm like, "It's American Psycho." Don't.
Yeah, I've only seen the movie.
I didn't get the. I read the book before the film. I was one of those guys, and I was late to the American Psycho party. But the movie's really different.
Which one's better?
Really different. I prefer the book. The book goes.
Do you like the book?
I quite like Bret Easton Ellis.
Yeah. He seems quite.
He's really controversial. He's really controversial. I mean, I don't agree with everything he says, but I like his writing. It's really paid back. Very minimalist. I think his like debut, Less Than Zero, is pretty like solid.
Yeah.
Solid. I still think about it. I'm like, yeah, I like that. I mean, American Psycho's American Psycho. It's got like a cult status anyway. But the sequel to Less Than Zero came out there, which was Imperial Bedrooms. I like rushed. I was like, yes, I can't wait to read this. Awful.
Really?
Worst thing ever. Then you got Glamorama.
No, I don't. It's an older book. Oh, okay.
It's older. His most recent one was White, which was like essays, and that was rubbish. Glamorama is a bit meh. Luna Park's a bit meh. Yeah. I say I quite like him. Clearly, I don't. But
yeah, I mean, I have that too with some authors. I know, like, isn't he friends with Donna Tartt? Yeah, that's a thing, right?
They were in a relationship. I think if you like Donna Tartt, if you like The Secret History, you can see where Less Than Zero kind of tumbles into it. And I think so. There was Ellis, Tartt, Jonathan Lethem. I've never read anything by him.
I know that name. I don't know what he wrote though. I'm trying to think.
Same. And there's another famous writer as well who was in cahoots with them all at the same time. Names, comments, please help me out here because I'm forgetting. Yeah, they're all pretty similar in regards to like their debuts, I think. But I'd recommend Less Than Zero. I think if anyone's like, do I like him? I'd go for his like first. Gotcha.
I own American Psycho, and I like the premise sounds good for me. Like, I don't know, but I've just heard that it's, I don't know. I've such mixed things. Like what some people say it's trash, like horrendous, but some people say it's brilliant. I don't know.
I think if you like Moshfegh,
yeah, that's why I'm interested.
You'll get on with American Psycho because there's a very like humdrum aspect to Patrick Bateman where he's just like, I'm going to talk to you about all the ties I own for 4 pages, and you're like, wow, you have a lot of ties, and he's like, yeah. It's like, do you want to know what the next chapter is? You go, what? He's like, I'm going to iron my shirt for 2 pages, and you're like, cool.
I mean, I guess I'll have to try it one day. I have a copy, but you know me. Let's see. What are people saying? What am I reading? Oh, okay. I am reading You Will Never Be Forgotten, Stories by Mary South. This is
never incredible. Are they emojis?
Yeah, wait, where's the camera? Oh, here we go. Emojis. It's a very like, if you like the internet novels that are coming out recently, this is very like online, I would say. It came out in March.
Is this like Euler? Like
yes, I think Lauren Euler and Mary South are friends of some sort. Okay, I know. Like, I think Lauren Euler has written about this book in particular, but I really like it. And then I'm also reading Uzumaki, some horror manga, which, I mean, if you follow my channel,
heard a lot about this. I think Jazz from Red Panda Reads. I think it was the first time I'd heard of it.
Okay,
and then I saw it everywhere, but everyone loves it.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I think it's very much just like, it's more so about the art, I think, than the story. It's just kind of like kind of goosebump feeling, but it's about like a town obsessed with spirals, and then it spirals out of control with the body horror and
extended metaphor.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, so that's what I'm reading. Oh, I'm also reading Empire of Pain. I don't know where it is. The new Patrick Radden Keefe book, which is really good. Enjoying that about the opioid crisis.
Was that nonfiction?
Family. Yeah, nonfiction, which is rare for me, but I'm liking it. It's long, but take my time.
Yeah, nonfiction's like 0 on my bookshelf, which is quite bad, to be honest.
Yeah, same. I'm a fiction lad, I would say. Maybe I should. He blurbed a book I recently loved, Acts of Desperation by Megan Nolan. He was like the blurb on the cover, which... How old is he? Is he still writing? I don't know anything about him.
Yeah, he's still writing.
Okay.
He... So a bit of a spoiler maybe, but in the most recent book I read, where he goes to writing school, John... I can't think of the last name or how to say it. John Foss, who did the Septology.
Okay, I don't think I've heard of it.
He was his teacher.
Oh,
Knausgaard. So I think there's a kind of battle between them going on. Of Foster does like what he calls slow prose, where there's not really a story and you're not meant to like read a plot. That's not what Foster's about. Sounds a bit weird as he's predominantly a playwright. And then you got Knausgaard, who's the complete opposite. He's like, no, like I need like fast pace. I need the plot. I need the prose. Yeah, I think so. I think Knausgaard's like 43, something like that. Maybe in his 50s. Foster's old. I think he's in his 60s.
Okay.
But
so when was his last book published? Is he like
Knausgaard?
Yeah. Sorry to put you on the spot, like quizzing you.
No, that's fine. No,
I'm just curious because I don't know anything about him.
So this in English was published. Let's look at the front. I think he's done his like seasonal quartet. I don't even know if they're called that. So this was published in 2015. This was 2015. So I'm assuming 16, 17 being the next two books, and then he's done spring, summer.
That's
thinking the other seasons, autumn, winter, and I think he's done some like a small collection. But
is it similar to Ali Smith? I hate to bring her up for you.
No, Knausgaard's got like a really distinct style.
Okay,
there's I haven't read anyone like him.
Yeah,
there are people who have like, I hate saying it because obviously when you look back, it doesn't really make sense. But like, they have like Knausgaardian aspects to their writing.
Yeah,
but there's no one writing like Knausgaard. I get why people are obsessed with it because there's like a voyeuristic element to it, where you're kind of like I don't think you should be telling me these things, or like did this really happen? Like I'm not like, are you twisted the truth a little bit for your story?
Yeah,
so you're kind of like you're sitting in this kind of area here, but
so is it a memoir? Like it is a memoir.
It's called a novelized memoir.
Oh, okay. Well, that's been the cause of much debate in the book world lately. So I guess I didn't know that he was kind of playing into that as well. But I like
that's what Zadie Smith has called it.
Okay.
And Zadie Smith said that she needed every single volume like crack. She was like, need it, loves it.
Interesting.
I'd probably say it's more like, if I had to call it anything, like it'd be like confessional novel.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels as though he's just like, I'm just going to tell you, and like just to like get it off my chest.
Yeah.
Sort of aspect. There's like a little bit of shame, a little bit of like, oh, you can't believe what I did like last Saturday. Yeah, I've still not made my mind at all on it.
I'm interested to know your your final rating on it. What are you leaning right now in your 0 to 10 scale? Like if Gundir had to pick something. 2. Really? It sounded so good, and now I'm like, wait.
We'll see how it pans out.
Yeah.
I want to see how it like
thoughts to come. Follow Karen if you don't already. I'm sure everyone that we're always shouting each other out, but let's see. I want to start a BookTube account.
Do it. Don't even question it. Just do it.
Yep.
Do
100%
it.
agree.
What I would say, like my biggest piece of advice, I think I said this before, do like 3 videos in the background before you like go live with your first. Have 3, plug them out, and be like, schedule them for like each Saturday or 3 days in a trot. Who cares? Schedule times mean nothing. But most importantly, connect with people, or if you're currently wanting to speak to someone, speak to them.
Mm-hmm.
Guarantee you'll get way more out of it that way than anything else. Because like when I started, I only like propelled was because I asked Simon Savage to do the tag that I had made up in like my 6th video. I was like, he doesn't know who I am. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna ask him. Like, who cares? And then similar to like yourself, CJ, Hannah, Grace, it was all kind of like, I'm just gonna speak to them. That's what I would say in regards to like getting confident. You'll realize that everyone feels the exact same way.
Yes,
I think that's
sure.
like in regards to like the book arties 101. We're all just like, should I do this? Should I do that?
Yeah. I'm still very nervous every time. Well, I would say I'm less nervous now, like filming videos, but I'm still kind of nervous about like generally being online and like showing my, I don't know, talking about stuff. It's always kind of like kind of scary, but I think as soon as you just throw yourself into it, like I remember I was thinking for months whether to start a BookTube channel. And then one day I was like, I'm going to do the BookTube newbie tag. I'm going to film it and just like see if I'm like, okay, speaking to a camera. And I just posted it. And then once you start going, you I don't know, most people I think seem to kind of break out of their shell. I don't know, but
yeah,
I would say, I don't know. That was my experience, at least.
I think the BookTube, I would say don't do the BookTube newbie tag first.
I think I would agree. I think the BookTube newbie tag.
I only skip to like question 7, which is like, what books do you read? And I'm like, zoop. And someone goes, I like reading. Names a book I'm not interested in. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And I think it's really difficult because I think if it's like, I don't think they're great questions to begin with.
Yeah.
I think you got to have a little bit of fun with it. Mine was really not serious. I was like, meh, I'm going to, like, this is rubbish.
Those are the best ones.
I think it's if you like don't take it seriously. But like do videos that you want to do and then do the BookTube newbie. Because, I just think it's because if someone said like, oh, what type of books do you read? If I go literary fiction, I mean, I read very different literary fiction to other people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think people are going through the works of Solzhenitsyn. Because I'm like the only guy like talking about some of them. And I think that's quite difficult to get across in like a tag. I think you're going to be like set yourself up there. But do it. May Brennan, do your video. Message me and Jalen.
Do it. Yes.
Do it. Do it.
Let's see. We have more. GK. Hello.
It's Grace. It's Grace.
If we should cyberbully the hotties into doing a stream, comment.
Yes. 100%.
I love doing this. Okay, so the video I just filmed, I mentioned that I want to keep doing stuff like this. Like I wanted to join BookTube because I wanted to be more like verbally conversational about books, but still like doing videos. I'm talking to myself in the camera and then in comments later. But I would love to do more like book club style stuff or like live streams with people. I think it's more fun that way. I don't know. So if anyone wants to collab, let me know.
Go on, Grace, do it. It's a 5-star experience. There we go.
Don't listen to Kieran. So I read Boy Parts and I loved it. So another one that we don't agree on. It's crazy. I'm trying to think of books that we've read that we both like. I know Burnt Sugar is like, we're in agreement. Brilliant, amazing.
Real Life by Brandon Taylor.
True. Real life. We stand.
Real life. We... This goes back to the BookTube newbie tag because on paper, I don't think me and Jalen have very similar tastes.
Yeah.
This goes back to it. I'm trying to think what else we've read we agree on. Did you like Dangers of Smoking in Bed?
I was on it. I can give it a 3.
I'll
5.
take that. I gave it a 3. I know our score's very different, but I'm taking that as a win.
Yeah.
Trying to think of anything. The employees.
The employees, yes. Love the employees. I'm obsessed with the employees. Yeah.
Oh,
there we go.
In memory.
DNF'd.
Hated it.
Okay, yeah. So maybe we're not that different.
I gave it a 2.
But what? Okay. Next comment will go into my question. Does Jay like Moshfegh? Not sure if I can't believe I haven't been like blocked and reported by all of you for only talking about Moshfegh in like every video. I apologize. But so what do you think about Moshfegh?
Hate it.
God damn it.
No. So I read My Year of Rest and Relaxation.
Yeah, I remember
I got the review up. It's like it's already, I just haven't posted it yet.
Yeah, I don't remember watching it. I don't think. I looked one day to see if you had posted it, and I didn't see it. So are you just?
No, it's still there. It's still there. Okay, this is I think this is the difficulty about books in general, and I hope people will agree with me, is that if you've read something else by someone, and you're like, you did that really well, and someone does a very similar thing, it's really difficult to like not compare.
For sure.
Or to be like, you've done it better, or you've done it equally justice, or you've pushed the bar. And I feel as though I've read books like My Year of Rest and Relaxation, and enjoyed it more, and kind of got the point of it like quicker than I'm going to try. Is it McGlue?
Yeah, that one.
I think that's more
Kieran vibes, 100%. Yeah.
So I'm interested to try it.
That's her. I think it's her weirdest book.
I think she might be longlisted for the book of this year with a new book. Wait,
has
she got a new book? I think she's going to be longlisted. She has been before.
Yeah.
So
you read Eileen, right? No.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I think I was shortlisted. Actually,
Eileen. It was shortlisted, which is cool.
I can see it happening again, and yay!
Yeah, she has like some historical. I'm forgetting the premise. It comes out next summer, but it's like historical fiction with like a witch element, which is like
I'm down for that.
Yeah,
I'm like right. As soon as I didn't think I like historical fiction, but I think I do. Stick a bit of history, stick it on a continent, and I'm like, yes, I like this.
Yeah, I've always like thought I don't really care for historical fiction, but I've liked some recently. So I think that's like At Night All Blood is Black. Not to bring it up. Kieran and I have come to blows in the group chat over this book, which, I love. But how are you feeling about the win? Are you over it yet, or how are you feeling? For anyone that doesn't know, it just won the International Booker Prize.
Everyone thought it was going to win when it got longlisted, but then it did, and I was like,
yeah.
Not that I didn't get on with it. I think if you think of war novels and me, they all get very similar scores. They all get very similar ratings. I'm pretty like staunch on like, you need to do something different. I need to feel something, and I'm always like, they die, and I'm like, oh no, it's war. What did I expect?
Yeah,
I don't know. And I think even though I disliked In Memory of Memory. I'll happily say it. But if it had won, I at least could have turned around and gone, it's very different. It bucks the trend, and I can go with it.
Yeah.
I think Death in Her Hands, sorry, At Night All Blood is Black. It's just like a standard compared to like the entire shortlist. It's the noveliest one. It's like, this is a novel. And people go, yeah, it is a novel.
Yeah, which is interesting because the shortlist was, or I don't know about the long list, I only read the short list, but they were doing this weird thing with like blending kind of like nonfiction with, or like historical record with fiction, or like blurring the lines. And I feel like At Night All Blood is Black did that the least. Well, and The Dangers of Smoking in Bed, but those two were not as like experimental, I guess, in form, which was interesting.
Even like I could have even gone with Dangers of Smoking in Bed because it's short stories. Like no one's expecting that at all. It's not even allowed, I don't think, for Booker. I don't know if it's always been allowed.
Oh, okay.
No, you can't have a short list. No. But then is this like the one that goes, hey, we've done it once, and if it's in the rules that we've done it once, can we do it again? Who knows?
Well, we know the Booker likes to break the rules, or they have recently. So it's interesting to see.
That's why I love Booker. They're so controversial. They'll stick something on, and something within the season, someone will go, ooh, I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
I love it. No prize does it quite like Booker.
It's so fun. I mean, so you have a video coming soon. You mentioned like a predictions video, right?
Hopefully, I'll be doing that. Yeah, with Sarah from Freshly Read.
Cool.
So the idea is we're going to predict them, but we're all going to write down like at least, and then see. We'll just choose the first 13 that turn up on the list.
Okay.
And just go with it.
We're thinking great. Like Ishiguro is a lock, right?
I hope not.
Yeah,
Rubbish.
I mean, I believe it was you that said the employees is that
Ishiguro done well.
Yeah, and I think that's true. Like, I liked my time with the Ishiguro, but like compared to the employees, like levels ahead in terms of like, I don't know, narrative.
Yeah, Clara and the Sun is diet, never let me go.
Mm-hmm.
That's all there is. It's like never let me go light. And you're like, I wish this was Never Let Me Go. And they're like, you could just buy the other book, and you'll go, fine, great, I will.
Yeah. I mean, I think Never Let Me Go definitely packed a much bigger punch. I read that in January, and then I read Clara and the Sun like the next month, I think, and compared Never Let Me Go, I thought was like excellent. And,
I think that's that's the book that's going to like set him. I don't rate any of his others. I thought I liked the Ishiguro, and I just don't.
You don't like The Remains of the Day, right?
No, I remember really bored. Just an old guy driving.
Sorry, Grace. I know Grace loves that.
Prove me wrong. Oh God, look at the comments.
I know. I gotta like. Sorry, everyone. Right. Let's see.
Let's do it. Let's do like a.
Let's go.
A round.
Reading plan for Pride Month. I do. I have a TBR possibility pile. I posted it on my Instagram. I might do a video. Maybe we will see. I want to read Let the Record Show. It's a big book about ACT UP in New York in like the late 80s and 90s about how they like address the AIDS crisis. So I've heard like amazing things about it. So that's probably like the number one book I will read this month. But let's see. Simon is Such a Babe. Hard agree.
Stan.
I found Kieran through Simon. Nice.
Fellow Welshie. Yes.
Oh my God. I haven't talked about this on my channel yet. I'm exposed. Okay. Recently I started a BookTok, everyone. I never in a million years thought I would join TikTok. I just learned what it is like a month ago, like used it. And I do think it's fun, which I'm so surprised by. I mean,
I'm surprised no one knows because that's all you and CJ bang on about sometimes in the group chat. Like, do TikTok, and I'm like, look at me. Do I look like TikTok? Like the prime category of BookTokers. Me, my face.
Well, it's funny because like BookTok has not much literary fiction on there. There's like a small group of people that talk like mostly just like YA, fantasy, romance kind of stuff. So CJ and I were like, social experiment. Let's go on there and like see if we can add some extra stuff to BookTok. But it's crazy. What I like about it is it's crazy how easy things go viral on there. It was kind of scary. Like I like talked to the camera on TikTok yesterday and it got like 12K views, which like just comparing it to YouTube, it's a totally different platform, but like, it's just crazy. I think it's the moment, but it's not, I don't know. I prefer BookTube, I will say. I'm not leaving BookTube for BookTok by any means, but let's see.
I set one up. I was like, oh, should I do it? I was like, yeah. And then I looked through some and I was like,
it's cringe.
What am I going to do? Top 5 books about the Russian Gulag, number 1.
Yeah.
Do like archipelago, and I'm like, yeah, that's me in the background dabbing on it. Like I can't do that. Like
they do, like they always go like they have the book and they go and they like spin the stuff. It's like crazy. I'm not advanced like that. I just like hold up books and like whatever. But
I'm down for an editing. Love an editing. Love an edit. I'll take it.
May is doing a channel.
May 2021. 2021, everyone.
We have Grace on record saying she will live stream.
I've said this from the beginning, and I'm out to everyone right now. I think we should do the book club.
I think so too.
I think we should do the book club.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a secret book club, everyone, that has been going on for 6 months, and we read one book.
One book.
And I don't think anyone else liked it.
Yeah, everyone was like, kind of like whatever about it. I want to read one where we're all like vibing, or like, people like hate it and some love it. Yeah.
Yeah, we read Elena Ferrante's Lion Lives of Adults, and I was really nervous coming on, just being like, that was rubbish.
Yeah.
And everyone went, it was a bit rubbish.
I barely remember it, which is wild.
Says volumes.
Yeah. Sorry, Ferrante. I want to try more of her. Have you read any others by her? I don't think so, right?
Nope. And after that, I'm like, I'll wait.
Yeah, I just can't with the covers. Like, I don't even want to, like, I'm not even compelled. If it had a good cover, I'd be more compelled to buy it, but not to be superficial about the books. But, and then after reading that book, I'm just like, but who knows? Maybe I'll read her down the line. Moshfegh. I mean, okay, I'm doing this thing where we're like constantly I'm manifesting that I will one day interview Moshfegh on the channel or like somehow. I want it to happen, but she's pretty like popular, I would say. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if it's gonna be like
you're
tough.
Pretty popular.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I'm working on like a Moshfegh video to hopefully like when the new arcs are out for her next book, I want to like send it to the publisher and be like, you guys, like I need to do it. But also I think I will like dissociate if she's like on the camera with me. Like I don't even know how I'm going to like process that, but let's manifest everyone. Moshfegh interview 2022 or sooner. I mean, I'm down, but let's see. Death. Oh, I mean, I hope it's eligible. People hate that book though. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Maybe I'll have to buy it.
You will hate Death in Her Hands. I'm telling you, like, I would be shocked if you like it. It's a weird one, but so many Moshfegh comments. Hello, everyone. Let's see. McGlue. Yeah, McGlue is so you, Karen. Like, yeah, it's about like a sailor on this boat. He's an alcoholic and he like allegedly killed his friend and he like doesn't remember it. It's so good. And she like plays into like the old timey like sailor language. It's fun, but
I feel this could be it.
Yeah. I think if you don't like that one, I don't know. Maybe it's over for Moshfegh for you.
Maybe Moshfegh will be the next Ali Smith for me.
Oh, that will break my heart.
We're just gonna keep reading.
I get the Ali Smith stuff. Like I read Autumn. I kind of liked Autumn though. Controversial.
I liked Autumn. I think
you did too, right?
So far is my highest rating.
Interesting.
Of Ali Smith. Well done, Ali Smith.
I want to read The Accidental.
Oh, don't. Honestly.
Don't? Okay.
I finished it like last month, and there's this stupid. This is just the blurb is a lie. It ain't about that. It's not about someone who. It's just about a girl who like goes into a family and like no one really knows who she is and she kind of like infiltrates.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what happens. And it's just this stupid Ali Smith's like, puzzle pieces don't have feelings.
Oh
like,
my god, yeah, I remember this now. About? Yeah.
Behave. Stop it. Get off. Get off the podium. Stop it.
Are you going to read her next book though?
Rubbish. I will read all of her books.
Yeah, committed to the hate.
I know. It was dire. It was. That's what I thought I had the best chance. I was like, everyone goes on about the accidental. It's rubbish. It's rubbish. I like gave up on Girl Meets Boy as well. Started off with Cilla Black, and I was like, oh no. It's like, no, we're not doing Blind Date, and we did Blind Date, but I was like, wrong. So I'll go back to that soon. But
okay. All right, let's see. Let's do rapid fire these again. Let's
wrap it up. Let's do it.
Owen Wilson.
Oh no! Honestly, I'm so annoyed with that. I'm so annoyed.
Wait, why do I not know what this joke is?
Right. Okay. So in my video, I watched that review so many times. And do you know when you listen to yourself, and you're like, something's wrong here.
Yeah.
Like something's on. I could not fit. I couldn't. I'd watched it so many times. I was like, I'm sticking it up. I'm going for it. And I said. I said Owen Wilson and not Wilfred Owen.
Oh,
and someone was like, "Yeah, I also like Owen Wilson."
You watched the review. I was like, "Wait,
I was
what?"
Like, yeah. Oh. So yeah, it's the first person I like. I pinned it. I was like, "Yeah, I'm an idiot," and I just commented being like, "Oh my gosh, like how did I miss it?" So yeah, I said the two famous war poets were Siegfried Sassoon and Owen Wilson.
Damn, great.
Honestly, I was kicking myself. I was like, I knew it was something. I knew it. I missed it. Hey ho. I mean, if you're looking for professional quality, I don't think my channel's that.
Okay, listen, your editing skills, I don't understand.
Rush job.
I don't understand. How is that a rush job? I feel
I rush everything. Good. I rush everything.
Hey, it works. So can't stand bashing. It should. I like him. I liked both books that I read by him, so I'm going to read more. But
you know what? Hate you can hate Div. He won the Nobel Prize. He doesn't care.
Yeah, I mean he's vibing on that prize winning.
Triangle High. Oh yes. Underrated authors. I
feel like I was just thinking about this recently.
I mean, Owen Wilson's poetry in War was really good. I was having Welsh authors. Boom, let's go for it. Niall Griffiths, great. His book Sheepshagger, I recently sent out to someone, so hopefully they'll review it. I think it'll be the first review on YouTube if they do. So I'm really proud of that. That's great. About Wales and how everyone thinks it's like, oh, it's this ideal country and they believe in the fairies. I don't know how many times I've been asked about the fairy belief in Wales. I'm looking right to the camera. It's not a thing. No one in Wales thinks like no one does. Stop it. Niall Griffiths, Craddock Pritchard. I'm going to do a Bookaboy book club on him, which was voted the best Welsh book, period.
I need to read Welsh lit. I'm like totally out of it.
Yeah,
I am so like constantly with like the new releases. I need to like start like intentionally adding other stuff into like I like doing the international shortlist because it like forced me to read books I would never have picked up on my own. Like When We Cease to Understand the World, would have never read that book.
Same.
And I liked it. It was good. It's weird, but it was good.
I don't think I would have read Minor Detail. I thought probably would have gone amiss for me.
I got to read that one too.
I
had a library hold and it lapsed.
So good, like ridiculous. Like if you like Kutseya, get it. It's like next level. And I think the difficulty, especially with like Fitzcarraldo, is that most of the times I don't really know what their books are about. So it's a bit like, do I want to? Do I not? But yeah, my idea was ridiculous. But yeah, underrated. Anyone Welsh?
Gotcha.
We'll go for those.
I know, like, so in the US, I'm pretty sure New Directions Publishing is like, they publish a lot of the same books that Fitzcarraldo does.
Yes.
So US people, if you, I don't know, are interested in getting, because I don't think you can go to a store and buy Fitzcarraldo in the US. But I mean, so yeah, look out for New Directions too. I love New Directions. They're awesome. But let's see. Kieran. You gotta do it. It's so good.
I'll get do it. No, because what it'll just be like a joke account. That's all it'll be.
People
I'll
love
do
that
it.
though. That
I'm
is
gonna do
TikTok.
it.
TikTok is just like jokes. So I think you would do really well.
Let's do it.
Everyone pressure Karen. I'm just kidding.
No,
let's see.
I will do my TikTok account. I'll do my first video when May 2021 hits my sub feed. May's being dragged in.
There we
She
go.
wasn't expecting this.
Yeah.
May didn't know this was going to happen. It's all on May now.
May 2021. Extra pressure.
Hashtag May 2021.
The covers, they have new Piranesi covers? I did not know that.
They're still not great.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Damn.
I mean, they're better.
Yeah. I mean, you can't really, how could you do worse? I mean, I can't believe CJ likes those covers. I think she's just trying to be funny. But
yeah.
Let's
I nearly unsubscribed when she said that.
I couldn't believe it.
I was like, CJ, stop pulling the wool over my eyes. I was looking at the date, like, is it April? Is it April the 1st? There's something going on here.
May, yes. Everyone watching, follow May as well whenever she starts. We gotta, yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Have you, Kieran, take the floor.
Avoid.
I haven't read it yet.
Ricky Reese, avoid my video. If you search for Piranesi review, I'm not going to say you'll see my face with "the hype is a lie" plastered across the thumbnail, but that book got thrown across my room 10 times.
So, do you hate it because
it's rubbish? That's why. Yes.
Do you read her other book, the Jonathan whatever?
No, but I'm really keen to read that.
Yeah, it's huge.
I know people have been comparing them. I mean, 16 years is, a long time. Even like the size and the scope, like they're going to be two very different things. I don't know if they're. Yeah.
I haven't
Didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
Didn't do it for me. It's Sean.
What's up, Sean?
It's Sean.
What the hell's going on here? I know we love a spontaneous live moment. I should have posted about this like in advance, but
I mean, we planned it a half hour before you put it up on Instagram. To be honest, so
yeah, I made a quick little thumbnail as well. I liked it, but let's see. Hello, Sean. Yeah, everyone, welcome, Sean. He has a great channel as well. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds so weird. Like I don't know if I'm gonna vibe with it. It's like fantastical, right?
It's
not
not,
like the
no, don't make it something that's not. It weird premise.
Yeah,
very clearly explained. And the only person who doesn't understand it is Piranesi.
Okay. How long did it take her? Well, how long was it was like a long gap between
16 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. And she came back with a slim little book.
So, says Susanna Clarke, isn't it? I haven't got the book, so I would have.
Yeah.
Susanna Clarke, she has, not entirely sure what the illness is, but it's a chronic illness. I think she has chronic fatigue.
Oh, okay.
So there's, I kind of want to talk about it in relation to the book. So there's an element of kind of pursuing something when you're unable to, and
okay.
In that, and one of the characters is called 16 to reflect like the years in between these books. It's very much about like the writing process and books in general. But like I said in my review, books about books are good if you know what the books being referenced are. Yeah. And I think sometimes with reviews, I'm very clear of what I think the connection is. But when people go like, I'm not going to tell you what books they are because they're spoilers, and I'm like, no, but I need to know that information because if someone turned around and went, it's actually about keep a look at your bookshelves. That's something vaguely interesting. Ben Ockery's The Famished Road. And I'm like, but I don't know what Ben Ockery's The Famished Road is. And like, you probably should read that before going into this. It's similar to when you have like Greek retellings.
Yes, right.
And I'm like, but I don't know the Greek. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, how do I know if you're retelling it well or not? Then there's a kind of a sacrifice I kind of have to like live with. It was it's like Obioma's Orchestra of Minorities, which is a rewrite of the Iliad. But I never read the Iliad. Don't even know what the Iliad's about. So reading the book, I was like, is this good?
Yeah.
Is it not? And then people who have read the Iliad go, that was incredible. And there's me going, it's about a man who has chickens.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I know, like, what. So are you going to read the new Saunders book? Because I'm kind of wishy-washy on whether you will like it. I was going to recommend it to you. It's the one where so it's 7 Russian short stories, like Tolstoy, Chekhov. He like gives you the story, and then Saunders does like his big brain, like teachy things about like short stories, writing process, like how to read short stories. Like, is that your vibe? Because I loved that book.
I'm not a big fan of John Saunders. I've read a lot of his works. Lincoln of the Bardo is by far the standout.
Yeah. Winner.
But I remember hearing about it, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna read it. And I opened it and was like, oh, okay, this is a bit different.
Yeah.
I've read it like twice, because the first time I read it like really quickly. But if no one knows, so the book is written like epitaphs. So it's like the quote and then the name, the quote, then the name.
Yeah.
You have like 130 characters in this book. So to understand like who is a bit like mind-boggling.
It sounds insane.
I tried the audio book as well. Recently this year, I did reread it. I started with the audio book, and that equally got confusing. But I've read his other stuff like Pastoria, 10th of December.
Yeah,
the brief and frightening reign of film, garbage that was. I just don't get it.
Yeah,
I get it. I said to Sean the Book Maniac when we spoke last year, it's like Monty Python, his writing, I find, or his fiction at least.
That's
which
funny.
You have to like Monty Python to appreciate what he's doing. Like, it's very slapstick. It's very over the top and silly. And if you don't like that type of humor, or you're like, I get it, he has a big willy and he keeps tripping over it.
Yeah.
Like 200 pages, I'm like, yeah, he's got a big willy and he trips over. Like, I've got the joke here, George. But no, I'm interested in the I can't remember what it's called. Is it like a drop in something by the ocean?
A swim in a pond in the rain. It's from like the story called Gooseberries. Like a guy takes a swim in a pond in the rain in the story. So I liked it.
Yeah, Chekhov's Gooseberries.
Yeah, so it's based on that. Which I liked that story.
I read his 3 plays earlier this year, and they were ridiculously good.
Really? Okay.
I put off Chekhov, read his plays, and I was like, yes.
Yeah, I really want to get more into like Russian lit, because I liked. So I haven't read Saunders, and that was like my first introduction to it, really. And I think I will vibe heavily, surprisingly. So like, I don't know, but I want to read more of him. But it kind of gives like some insight into like how Saunders' brain works, because he teaches creative writing at Syracuse University. I think they have like 6 to 10 students that are selected out of like thousands. I believe. I don't know if that stats are right, but so they're very selective. But I don't know. It's cool like seeing how he talks about writing. I liked that, just so I can like understand why I like short stories more. It was fun. I liked it, but
I love the Russian writing. I'll say it, Eastern European, because I'm trying to move outside of Russia. Yeah, they write it on like a different like league. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like definitely check out like the classics.
Yeah, I want to for sure. Yeah. Like I want to read War and Peace would be fun. I mean, but like I can barely get through a 400-page novel these days. So like I don't know if I need to wait until like my attention span is better. I don't know what it is, but I've not read One Piece. I've tried, and I'm like, no. But I think like start off with the smaller stuff. Yeah, I know. I don't know why I'm going for the
ambitious
read.
Tolstoy's The Death of Ivan Ilyich.
Okay.
It's great. It's like 20 pages long.
Oh, perfect. That's like more my speed. Yeah.
Gets the job done.
Will
Check
do.
that out.
Oh, let's see here.
Yes. Yes.
But I did not read this yet. Speaking of Swimming in the Dark. So I have a proof that I got like over a year ago. So I'm a bad book reviewer. So I saw Alex from What Page Are You On, who I love. He did not love this book, but then Hannah from Let's Talk About Books Baby loved it. And so I should read it, especially for Pride Month. I mean, it's a short read, but have you read it? Oh, you've read it too, right?
Hannah told me to read it. I was like, I don't really know what to fancy reading.
Yeah.
And I was like, try this.
You did the audio,
right? I had recently started with the audio, got the book. Because I just maybe like a few months ago finished Call Me by Your Name, Andre Asselman. And I was like, it's like that, but better. And I was like, I'll take the challenge.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. It
Okay.
It is better than Call Me by Your Name, I would say.
Yeah.
It's interesting to know that it's a debut. It doesn't read like a debut.
Gotcha.
Really,
now I'm
good.
intrigued. I am intrigued. Oh, the way it incorporated Giovanni's Room. Classic me, haven't read that either. But
I've not read Giovanni's Room, so I remember like afterwards, like looking into, because I was going to review it, and Giovanni's Room came up a lot, and I was like, well, I don't really want to review it if I don't really know like the source material that's being like clearly drawn on, because it just feels like I'm missing like a huge piece of the pie.
Yeah,
but I need to read Baldwin.
Yeah,
I've not read any Baldwin, and I need to like sort it right out.
Dostoevsky's White Nights. I like Crime and Punishment too. Yeah, he's cool.
Read The Devils.
The Devils
Devils.
It's by him.
By him.
Okay.
It talks. There's one scene that is based on his life. So Dostoevsky was a radical, going against the government, and in Tsarist Russia, they would do. He didn't know this. I was kind of like looking back historically. He would do like fake. What do you call it? Like where you like line them up and shoot them.
Yeah.
The Tsar would like fake them. What's it called? Shooting people. We'll call it shooting people blindfolded.
Yeah, shooting people. Why am I?
And Dostoevsky was one of these people who was lined up to be shot to death, and then right at the precise moment, a messenger would come being like, "They're pardoned." And it was after that moment Dostoevsky started writing. He was like eye opener. Okay. And in The Devils, he discusses that scene of him like thinking he's going to die and then being like, "You're off the hook." Like, blindfold off, go back. Powerful stuff.
Okay.
I love Dostoevsky. He's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah. You like Crime and Punishment, I'm assuming, then?
I've read all of them.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I read that, and we had like a law school class that was like law and literature for like an elective, which was like, sign me up. And we read that to like talk about punishment in the law and everything, which was fun. But bye, Sean.
Bye.
Thank you for joining. Let's see. Oh, Firing Range. Thank you, Grace.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
That's the one. Yeah, Firing Range. I really like The Devils. I think if you read it for law and you'd be intrigued in that, the court scene in the Brothers Karamazov.
Yeah, I want to read that really bad.
I
think it'll be amazing.
Good. It's so good. But you have to like break 400 pages. I'm letting you know that because I struggled through 400, and it's like we're gonna go for it. My favorite character is Smirnikov. Smirnikov. Yeah, Shmidagailov is Crime and Punishment. Yeah, Shmidakov. And Dostoevsky says they called him this because it literally means smelly head. You're like, oh no.
Oh my gosh.
It's the best. It's like the best, like, let me explain the name to you. He had a smelly head when he was younger, so we're going to call him Shmidakov.
Is she correct? It's a Firing Squad. Thank you. Yeah. There we go.
Thank you, Alex.
Well, so I need to read some more Russian lit, apparently.
Yes.
That is the takeaway here, I think.
You have the Gulag Archipelago, haven't you?
Yeah.
I mean,
you know me.
I don't want to say I've bigged it up. But it's
I'm just nervous to read that one for like the brutality depicted in it. But I I know you love that book, so I think it'll be good. I'm excited for me.
Yeah. That's non-fiction.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's that book was like, oh, like why don't I know anything about this? It was ridiculous. Yeah, that was crazy. Like in like the best worst way possible.
Yeah. And it's abridged, which is nice. So that kind of like helps with the abridged version, of course.
Yeah. Which is good because Solzhenitsyn approved it as well.
Oh, okay.
Which most people don't know. They go, oh, why didn't you? It's like, no, he agreed most people aren't going to read 1,500 pages.
Self-aware.
So, yeah.
Are there any other countries, regions you would love to read books from?
Yes,
yeah,
always.
Absolutely.
I got a few books from Charco Press. I think I got Brazil, Chile, and I think Uruguay.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't read anywhere really from there. I've read Bolaño's 2666. I tried Marquez. I'm not into Marquez. Don't like Borges. Act me in the comments. I'll fight you all to death. I don't like him. Nathy sent me Blindness by Saramago, which I think is Brazilian.
Is that Charco Press too? Oh, that is Charco Press. I remember now.
Look, I got a vintage copy.
Oh, cool.
Vintage. That there's another. I don't think it's Brazilian. I think she's Argentinian. The one who did Die, My Love.
Yes, Ariana Harwicks. Love her.
Is that Argentinian?
I think it is.
Want to read that because everyone's like it's ridiculous. I want to read that.
It's like very bleak. Like look at like Parenthood.
Bleak.
Yeah, it's dark. Like the narrator has some crazy thoughts like about her kid and her husband, and she like kind of loses her mind. You know me, that's like me all day. Love that. But yeah, Charco Press is great, and they have cool like matching cover designs and everything. They're cool. I like Charco Press. They sent me a care package as well, and I have to get through those too. But I'm loving translated lit lately, so I'd like to keep trying more. But the posthumous memoirs.
I would say regards to countries and regions because I want to like plug it. Poland. Know nothing about Poland. And I asked Camel from What Camel Reads, who's now
he departed, right?
He's got his Polish channel, which I'm subscribed to. Right. I tried to figure it out. No idea. He said he didn't send me. He sent me a suggestion of Stone Upon Stone by Wisław Mrzejewski. I don't know. We'll work on that. So I want to read that. And China. I've read 2 Chinese translated books from people in China. Very different from anything I've read.
Really?
Yeah. Like Kan Zhui, who was on the long list. That was a book and a half.
Yeah.
And then I read Gao Jinjiang's Soul Mountain. And he won the Pulitzer. And that was, again, very similar to Kan Zhui. Very philosophical, meditative, extended metaphor till I can't extend the metaphor anymore.
Yeah.
I'd love to read more. I want to read like Mo Yan. Yeah, that's an area. But like I want the translated.
Yeah.
Because I've read like Yi Yun Lee, I've read The Vagrants, and what's the one about a son who passes away?
Why am I blanking?
I'm blanking. Where Reasons End. He's come out of it. It was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Xinjiang and Zhui was they. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to make it like more intentional for me to like. I don't know. I'm such a mood reader that like I want to keep doing like these kind of like setting at least certain books like every month to intentionally incorporate more stuff like that in my reading. But it's tough. Let's see. Confessions of a Mask, gay Japanese classic. I love some Japanese translated lit too.
I've not read Mishima. I didn't know it was a gay classic. Didn't know that about Mishima.
Adding to the TBR for sure.
Yeah.
And it's short. Hey, I love that. But
Anna from Anna Walsh Johnson read Confessions of a Mask and loved it.
Love her. Her channel's
Loved
nice as
it.
well. Yeah. Let's see. Well, I guess before. Oh, we're an hour. I did not realize that was crazy. Okay.
Oh my.
Well, I guess before we close, I don't know. Are you saving your predictions for the Booker until that video? Do you have any? Do you have like 3 that you think will
I've written them down.
Okay.
3 that I think. Okay, so okay, let's not do Kazura Ishiguro.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just ignore that one. Let's
like
park it to the side. Another person who I don't think, but he's like eligible. But let's not count him because is Roddy Doyle. He run for Paddy Clarke, ha ha ha, and he bought his book Love out.
Yeah,
I think the Booker pulls some weird, like really weird ones left, right, and center. So it could do as like a bit of like a palate cleanser.
I would love it if they did like I don't know enough about like the prize history to understand like what or to predict accurately what they're gonna put, but I would love to see like Lauren Euler's book or like an internet, because I know like they're doing. Are you not a fan of that?
I've not read them, but I don't think I don't.
It doesn't seem Bookerish to me, but like I'm wondering with their like kind of push towards. You covered this like in your reaction, like kind of more It's not saying that the internet books are commercial by any means. I'm saying like. I don't know.
They do commercially well. They do commercially well over other books.
Yeah. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Because I think that last year's long list was so interesting with what they included. But I guess
I don't know. You know, I'm trying to think now, and I'm completely okay. I think women's prize is a good place to go.
Yeah.
I think like, Piranesi might make it.
That one seems like a lock to me.
I could see Piranesi making it.
Do you think Detransition Baby could make it?
I don't. Yeah. I don't.
I'm trying to think what else like Luster. I know you hated Luster.
No, Luster could. I could see Luster. Yeah. I could see Luster. I could see Piranesi. I'm trying to think of anyone. Oh, Richard Flanagan, who won in 2014.
What did he write?
He wrote The Narrow Road to the Deep South, which is a war book.
Okay.
His new book's just come out, so he's like got like an automatic like you should read this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's always interesting. You should look at the judges. I think the judges. I think this is something I always overlook.
Yeah.
And Chigozie Obioma is a judge.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think I'll put my money on it. We're probably going to get someone from Africa. I'll be honest, I know not many authors from Africa.
Yeah.
Which is something I should. I mean, Titi Dangaranga, I'll say it, I don't think anyone knew who she was beforehand. Read the trilogy. It was great.
Yeah.
That in itself is a whole topic of why don't we know that she's really I need to tell you this because I just love the story. So when she got her first book published in the 70s, like 77, something like that, she sent it out in English to Penguin, didn't hear anything, was in London for like the week, rocked up to the headquarters and went, "Did you receive it? Do you know?"
Yeah.
I think the receptionist or someone came down being like, well, if you said it should be like in the basement. And they found it, stuck it on the editor's desk, and she was like, "Yeah, I'll publish it. Go on."
Wow.
Don't ask. You don't get.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. I did not know that.
So like Titi Dangareva would have just gone amiss.
Yeah.
Is Death of Vivek OG eligible?
I don't
think it's eligible.
I don't think so. I read that one a while. I always think like books I read a while ago aren't eligible, but I don't know the time frame. I'd have to look, but
anything past September.
Okay.
Of last year. I think Death of Vivek OG fits that.
Yeah, and then plus like UK dates are different from the US, so I don't know.
So but yeah, like
I'm excited to see though.
if Death of Vivek OG, if a Mezzi is eligible, I can see a Mezzi on the list over Tory Peters. I don't know about Tory Peters. I'm really torn about that one. About could it be eligible? It is eligible if he would make it through.
Yeah.
And I think, like what I've always said in my predictions is these aren't books that I want to see. These are like what I actually think could make it through.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would love to see it. I think the book is so good. I know like it's incredibly buzzy right now, but I think it's definitely worth, or the hype. Hype is well deserved on that one, but
I'm really torn on it, if I be completely honest.
Yeah.
I'm really torn on it. Tory Peters can okay, we're going to go into the review a little bit. Tory Peters is really good at opening a discussion and telling you from multiple angles the topics and subjects at hand. I think Tory Peters does that really well. I equally really love about Detransition Baby is it's not there saying it's really simple, like why don't you understand this? There's a lot of this is really messy. Like if like it's okay if you're there going, well, hang on, what about this bit? What about that bit? There's a lot of mentions about that. I really appreciated the Tory Peters mentioned, can't think of the name, but the lead singer of Against Me, who brought out their memoir, Tranny.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Which was like a whole, I mean, the word in itself is as loaded as you can go.
Yeah.
And she kind of talks about how that book, like, is it good, is it not? Like, does it reflect the whole, or is it just them? Like, I like that, but then some of the story, like that Uber car chase scene, I was like, why have you got this in here?
Yeah.
Like the filler felt like filler. It was like having like a really good burger, like I can get my teeth into this, and I'm like, oh, you're giving me like Kraft cheese on top of this.
Yeah.
Like I wanted the melty stuff. I'm torn on it. I'm torn on it. So I will review it. But like loved Peter's conversations. I loved what she was talking about, especially in regards to like birth and motherhood and what it means, and how you turn to women and go, you should give birth, and you turn to women and go, you shouldn't give birth. And that whole dichotomy, loved that.
Yeah.
Loved it. But that's my like the rub on it.
Yeah, I agree. I think like her ideas are so good in that book, but I saw a review from Roxane Gay, and she said like at times you can tell that she is kind of like in her bag, like just trying to flex like her, I don't know, her writing skills, and I love that. But it does have like that debut feel in which they're like trying to show her chops, and which I appreciate. But I do think it was a little at times kind of like there was some. I have a couple of nitpicks. I gave it like a 4.5 because it wasn't like perfect, but I do really like it. I like what it's doing, but I guess we'll see. It'll be interesting.
I think more people should read it.
For sure.
But I was speaking to someone about this, and I think the difficulty in that book is that if you don't agree with anything, of course there are people out there who just don't, you're just not going to get on with it. And I think that's like really, I think opening the conversation is really difficult in that way, because if you're not willing to listen and you're not willing to open your ears, the book's kind of pointless.
Yeah, 100%.
And you have to go into it with, hey, you know what? I'm going to be open-minded. Like if you really don't agree with trans people being trans, which is sadly a reality we live in.
Yeah.
But you know what? Yeah, you'll come out of there learning something. I learned so much from it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, and just even like as a I don't know, like a drama, like the relationship aspects. I mean, I know you're like, I agree with you in your criticisms of it, but I did like just like it's a messy story generally, and it was just entertaining. Like I could not put it down. I wanted to know what happened, and so I think it's good on that front too. But yeah. Oh, someone is reading. currently reading.
Oh, hi, Cena.
Yeah, it's an interesting book. I agree. Well, I guess
Could
we'll
it
see.
make it to Booker? Could it make it to Booker?
I'm gonna bet yes. I'm gonna put it out there. I guess we'll see though, but I don't know. I mean, it was crazy. Like the turf response for the women's prize was crazy.
Yeah,
it's so annoying, but
it's like that's kind of like to read through like what we literally just like discussed. Like if you're not if you're that staunch, there's nothing. You're just not going to like. You're just not. Yeah. And this happened before with Amezi, so I wasn't surprised, but still there's a bit of me like again, like do we have to make a big deal? We don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's so. That's why I don't know. I wanted to make it because I think it deserves it, but also like as an FU. Yeah. I mean, like I don't know, but we will see. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for Booker season because last year I wasn't really invested in it. I loved watching your content, but I want to actually engage and partake in it. I was just nervous to like do a shortlist read, but it's fun. I like it.
I think the good thing about like reading a prize, even like not even got to like Booker, but I think any prize, I think the more you read into it, the better.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I think my real disappointment is when someone goes, I'm just going to read the winner of that year. I'm like, yeah, but it might not be like the best book in your opinion.
Yeah.
Like I think I would be. I read Horse Walks into a Bar. David Grossman hated it. Just hated it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to read like more. I think Die My Love was on that year.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Alongside. So I think you. Yeah, I think reading at least like 3 of that year. I think I'll give you like an understanding like what's going on. But,
yeah, because like the context of like knowing what the shortlist, because I think with like the International Booker shortlist, I fully saw like what they were going for. I mean, that was cool seeing like the ties and like the through lines through all of the books. So I think it adds some more like discussion to who won and why. And so I agree with you. I think reading more than just the winner is important. Well, it seems like the winner is like. Go ahead.
No, carry on.
I was just gonna say like reading the winner. The winner seems like not even the fun of it. It's just like the reading more titles and just knowing like what the judges were going for with it and stuff. I think it's fun. But
I think as from that, like this is the first time I've ever read like even like the short list of the international. I've kind of not really paid attention to. I paid attention to the winner. I maybe like looked at the prize and gone, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I took a punt this year. I thoroughly enjoyed it, especially over Booker, because I felt with Booker I was pretty certain of. I was wrong with Shuggy Bane, but I was very certain of like I really like these 3. I don't really like these 3.
Mm-hmm.
With International, I was still there, like in the prediction, like when did the predictions with Paula from Draw Your Book. I was like, I don't know, like I'm really like torn. Like anyone could win it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I love it. I like the community aspect of like everyone just like points fingers going, nah, you're wrong. Nah, you're wrong.
Yeah.
I like you. You can come over here. I love it.
I do too. It was fun engaging with in the debates about certain books. It was fun.
I do love it. I do absolutely love it.
That's bringing it back. That's the fun part about all of this, like book creating or book content creating and everything. It's so fun talking with everyone on here. And you do like an amazing job at bringing people together, whether it's like sharing people's pages that just like started or doing discourse. Like you're all about it, all about the book club vibe. So I love that. But I think, I mean, I in regards to like me like sharing people's pages is definitely because that's how I got known. I hate using that, but I know what you mean, though.
it's through shout outs and hey, like you might like this channel, or hey, like consider watching this. I think it always helps.
100%. The algorithm is trash, I think. Like the only times where I've really had like significant growth is when someone shouted me out, basically. And so I think it's super important too. I want to do a shout out video.
Word of mouth will beat anything.
Yeah.
It'll beat any algorithm. Someone goes, hey, check this person out. They most likely will.
Yeah.
Because there's not like a personal connection, but there's a, hey, this is like recommended by me, which I think, especially like in regards to like the book reviewing, is where we're all just recommending things that we like, and sadly, some people just like giving really bad reviews, which is me, and I deal with a backlash.
I know. Yeah, I feel like I'm too nice on books sometimes, but I don't know.
I'm too harsh.
But it's so good, and you always have a reason. You're not just like trashing a book to trash a book, which I appreciate. So
I think my Ali Smith ones tick into I just hate this. I think I really like my Hotel World one, because it was just me making a really petty point that no one was like all interested in.
Iconic, to say the least.
Like 13 people just to record themselves doing
so good
that for no reason and gave no context to them. It was great.
I knew you were up to no good with that, or very good, I should say. It was
I really want to read Pia's. Can you click on Pia's comment?
Yes.
I'm gonna leave this to Jalen because I know like
me,
3 people. I'd love to have 3 people.
Oh, besides Moshfegh, Dream Guest, Brandon Taylor, I would love to. I've talked to him like in DMs and stuff. But I would love to interview him. I know, it was so crazy. Like that's one crazy thing about joining like Bookstagram and BookTube is like authors talking to us. Like I know Avni Doshi like chats with you. Like what? That's just so crazy to me. I know, like, I don't know. I'm just so used to like thinking of.
You also get the authors who watch your videos when you trash their book.
Yeah.
And drop you a message being like, you're just really mean. And I did respond to one author being like, maybe write a better book.
That's always weird to me when like an author, I haven't had that. I mean, I haven't really done that, but like when they reach out and like address the review, I'm like, why? That seems, I don't know. But yeah, so I think besides Moshfegh, Brandon Taylor, that's like the number one I can think of right now. Why am I blanking? I don't know. What about you? You have 3, you said?
Rushdie.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, if I could interview Salman Rushdie,
yeah,
I would be made. I would be absolutely made. One day. It's never going to happen. But let's hope.
Hey.
I would...
Would you interview Ali Smith? I'm sure she would never agree to it. But... just because of the opinion. But like, how would you address that interview? Like, why are your books bad? or would you like, how would that go?
Why can't you write anything decent? Discuss. No, I think that would be a really good conversation in regards of, I don't get the appeal of what you're trying to like get across to me.
Yeah.
Explain it to me.
Yeah.
What makes you tick? What are you interested in? What aren't you interested? Like, what type of books are you reading? Because there's a kind of like, I think this is why I know some people are like, you just read Ali Smith to rant on her, but I'm like, no, like I'm genuinely like confused.
Yeah.
Of the sheer like polemic nature of her work, where people are like, it's the greatest thing ever. It's rubbish. And as soon as you get like an author like that, which is similar to Knausgaard, I'm like, I need to know now. Mm-hmm. Like, I need to figure out, like, where am I on this line?
Yeah, it's like it's a good mystery to solve, and I think you are genuinely curious as to like what is going on with your books, because I think like even I just read Autumn, but like so much of that book I did not get. Like, I think I did like my experience reading it though, but like a lot of the references I didn't understand, or like her weird wordplay, not like my favorite thing. But yeah, I don't know. She's an interesting.
I think the
author.
the seasonal quest really difficult because I've read all of them, even though I'm going back and rereading them as they came out. In regards to, like, the British politics and what was currently going on, they're very hand in hand. I remember when I went back to Autumn thinking, I remember this scene. I remember going, this was a prominent thing that happened. And like 4 years later thinking, it's like, you've lost me. There was something occurred. I can't remember what. But yeah, I think it'd be better than, I think some interviewers as well just go, like I love your book. Tell me how great it is. And I'm like, well, I don't want to know that.
Yeah.
I want someone to like be like, hey, Salman Rushdie, I love you, but The Enchantress of Florence, like, were you okay writing that?
Yeah.
Because it was garbage. I'd love him to be like, yeah, maybe I was. Or no, it wasn't. Or like, what makes Midnight's Children stands up against The Golden House? Because The Golden House is... I can't explain how much I hate that book. It's the worst Salman Rushdie book ever. But I'm reading Quixote now as like a reread to review. That's great. It's like everything I love about Salman Rushdie. It's like everything I love. I would also like to interview Avi Doshi.
Yes. I think...
Might have sent an email to the team being like, hi.
Yes. Oh my gosh. She's working on something, right? So I've heard. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I haven't heard anything.
Oh, okay. I'm so excited to see whatever she does next. That book is incredible. So
she's kind of giving me like a vague outline, and it should be...
Oh, okay. Nice.
I mean, vague. That's not me being very vague. Like, it's about, and there's put 4 words. I'm like, It's something that I'm very interested in.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm very excited. Hopefully, it won't take 7 years like Burnt Sugar did.
Yeah, I know. The waits are always tough, but can't rush magic.
You can't. You can't.
It's been requested that you interview. Oh, I want Ali Smith to interview KD. Oh. That would be some good content.
That's a very Ali Smith thing to do. That would be like, actually, I'm the interviewer, and it'd be like, wait, what? I should do that. Maybe I'll write an email. Hi, Ali Smiths.
The
PR
viewers
team.
would be.
I've not enjoyed any of your books. Please interview me.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I mean,
Burnt Sugar was worth the wait. It really was.
It was worth the wait. It was. It was the wait I didn't know I needed.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to reread that book so bad.
So good. Already have.
When I read the end of that book, I will never forget like the feelings I had. It truly felt like a horror novel at the end, and I was just not expecting that. Not to spoil it for anyone, but it's good. If you haven't read Burnt Sugar, read Burnt Sugar because
at least I think like one thing I appreciate in books is like how meticulous it is, and I don't think Avni like ever lets the ball go.
Never.
She's like, I'm just gonna keep pushing it. It wasn't the. I think one thing I always look for in books is like, is it pushing something? Is it taking it further? And it wasn't the book that I thought it was going to end up being.
Yeah, same.
Because in regards to like the illness of the mother, that doesn't really go the way that you logically thought.
Yeah,
it was going to. There's something else going on underneath. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's so brilliant. Damn, I really want to read that again now, just thinking about it. I think I read it like in October or something, but you do need to pick up Burnt Sugar.
Yes. Now it's in paperback. You have no excuse.
I can't believe it didn't win the Booker. I was so ready for the win. But you know. The Booker brought us all together though. I'll never forget CJ. She created the group chat following the live reaction. the Book Hottie group chat.
With me nearly like going fuming.
Yeah, that was an iconic day in BookTube history.
This is the other thing when you only look for the winner or the winner announcement, is that you miss everything leading up.
Yeah.
That's what disappointed me in Booker 2020, was because he was gearing up to something and went Uno reverse card. I was like, wait, what? Like, this is a bit weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was on it? So it was Real Life, Burnt Sugar, Shuggy Bane. Why am I blanking on what else is on there?
New Wilderness.
Oh, the New Wilderness, right?
This Multiple Body and The Shadow King.
Yeah. I didn't read them all, but Burnt Sugar and Real Life are some of my favorite books like ever. And so I didn't read Shuggy Bane either, but I do wish I read that short list because I was so shocked. I was like, I don't know.
Shuggy Bane's a good book, and that's it.
End of story.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Like, if you're just looking for a good book, go to Shuggy Bane. And you'll be like, that was a good book. And you'll recommend it. Be like, what was it like? You'll be like, it was really good.
And it's going to be a movie, right?
No, of course it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bringing up, trauma.
And people will watch the movie and go, that was really good.
And
people will be like, should you watch it? You'll be like, yeah, it was really good. And you'll watch it and you'll go, do you know what? That was really good. That's it. That's all you're going to say about it. That's all you're going to say. Oh, sorry, Mariam's.
Oh, wait. Let's see.
Comment.
I'll scroll down.
Mariam had mentioned it before. And I feel as though I need this.
Okay.
I feel as though I need this. So I recommended Sarah Kane to Mariam.
Okay. Why do I don't know who Sarah Kane is, I don't think.
All right, I'm dropping it now. I will do a review. She will be a 10 out of 10.
Okay. Wow. All right.
Sarah Kane
plays too. I never read plays.
Best British playwright ever. I will die on that hill. Sarah Kane is... Yeah. Sarah Kane is the epitome of putting your hand on the self-destruct button.
Yeah.
And like live streaming it. And you're like, I'm going to push it at some moment. And every time you think it's going to be pressed, it doesn't.
Interesting. Why have I not heard of Sarah Kane? Are these like recently published plays,
no,
or is she like a...
Sarah Kane was in the young British movement, like the YBAs around that time, like Tracy Emin, and she was kind of like the forerunner, maybe, of in-your-face theatre, which is very grotesque, very like it's in your face. She wrote Blasted, which is probably her most well-known work, when she was like 20, had it produced at the university she was in. I think she was in Goldsmiths. Don't quote me on that. Or King's. She was in like a big London drama college, doing writing. Someone watched it and was like, you're doing something really different here. And she produced 5 plays in total, and a screenplay, which was produced, called Skins. But Sarah Kane was like utterly depressed, and she killed herself. She used to go to it's really interesting if you read about her. So she used to go to like therapy sessions. I'd be like the happiest person in the room.
Oh my god! Yeah.
But like still talking about like, this is what I want to happen. And yeah, she killed herself. And Harold Pinter, a world-renowned playwright, founder of the Penn Award, said when he was told, he was unsurprisingly unsurprised. He was like, everyone knew it was going to happen at one stage.
Oh my god!
And Sarah Kane is just like, you read Sarah Kane, like, you get it.
Okay.
You're like, wow. I know exactly how you were feeling. And like, you understand like what it's like to like stick your hand on that like self-destruct button, like for her. Like, you're like, I'll take over from this. Yeah, Sarah Kane is like, they're not easy. They're really like disturbing. Like there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That was I've seen Blasted done live. My my mate, I didn't tell him what I was about. I took him there. I was like, "We're gonna watch this. I'm not gonna tell you what it's about. Go into it." And afterwards, he went, "I am traumatized. Like, what on earth did I just watch?" He's like,
I need to read these like now. It sounds like me. I think Miriam's right. Has my name in them. Yeah, I mean that sounds incredible, and I would like to read plays. So, are they easy? They're easy to get, I'm assuming.
Yeah. They're done by Methuen, who do like Mamet plays. They're easy. They cost a bit. They're about 15 quid, called like $25, maybe. But yeah, worth it.
Ordering, they just, that sounds so good.
Like I can't so my drama teacher gave me Sarah Kane to read when I was 17. And I messaged her because like out of curiosity, why did you give me, because like no 17-year-old should be reading those. Like there's like a lot going on, especially Blasted. I could definitely see the case if people were like, it should be cancelled. Like it's crossing boundaries left, right, and center.
If you had to compare it to something, like what would you compare it to? They sound original, but like in vibe, like tonally, what is it going for?
Oh, gosh, Sarah Kane. How to describe Kira? Do you know Tracy Emin's Bed?
I don't. As
in the artwork, which is the unmade bed.
Okay, I'll look it up.
This is such a really weird. It's like that. It's like staring in the room as the room was being like destroyed over years.
Oh, okay.
There's no one quite like Sarah Kane.
I'm so hyped. Oh my god. At all. Okay.
And I think, yeah, there's just no one like her. And I don't think there ever will be anyone like Sarah Kane.
Well, I am excited to read her now. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna order those right after this. So thank you, Miriam, for bringing that up in the chat. Jeez. Yeah. Oh, what an endorsement for Sarah Kane. Seriously. I'm so sold.
Yeah, Sarah Kane is just. Well, I read it when I was 17. I'm still thinking about like those plays,
and that's a good sign.
And I've seen one of them. Like I've only seen Blasted.
I mean, I know COVID is a thing, but are they still being performed regularly, or
Blasted is
okay?
That's pretty. It's like the easiest one to put on stage.
Okay, should that be my first one that I read, or what would you recommend?
Yeah,
first?
So they'll all be chronological, and Blasted's pretty. I think if you read Blasted, you'll be like, I know what I'm getting into now, and you'll know what you're getting into probably in the first 2 pages.
Okay,
it's kind of one of those as well, like trigger warnings.
Yeah,
like stop. That would be. It would just be like everything's going on in those plays.
Okay,
like everything, like. From it's in your face theater, so it's like there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I saw a lot of things on stage I probably shouldn't have seen. But it was great. But my mate still talks about it when we went. He was like, "What? Like, what was there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I know." He's like, "There's something going on." And he went out and bought the plays afterwards and read them. I was like, I need to like see the written word to like figure out like why it was done in that way. And he was like, oh no, it literally is what she wrote. I was like, oh yeah. And then you got 448 Psychosis, which is like her, maybe like the magnum opus, which is really hard to say when it's like your suicide note. And it's
yikes.
So Sarah Kane used to wake up every day at 4:48. In like manic depression, and in Psychosis, would just begin to scroll on a piece of page, and then sent it in, and I was 448 Psychosis, and it's just her trying to like justify her living. Like, yeah, there's no one like it. How to describe it? I'm trying to think of someone. but I don't think anyone. She's kind of like one of a kind.
Yeah.
Like Tracy Emin's artworks are pretty like akin to. Tracy Emin's book's really good. Strangelands, that's ridiculously good. Maybe like I'm trying to think of something that's like really like gritty. Can't think.
Is it like? I'm just gonna have to read it for myself, and I know I'm sold on it, so I'm excited. But it sounds.
I'm happy to say what I'm happy to say. I'm just considering people are listening. I'm going to be like, Jesus, like what did you just say?
Yeah.
Sounds like a darker bell jar. Like,
I was actually thinking that too from what you're telling me, but
like it's. What have I read? What have we read?
I'm wondering if, like, when you read Die My Love, I'm wondering, let's see what Miriam said. Hey, that's so interesting. I love that though.
Like
that
Sarah Kane is just like, it's just Sarah Kane. I suppose it's kind of like say like who's Tolstoy like, and you're like, he's kind of just Tolstoy.
Yeah.
Don't we? And I've not read much Tolstoy, but I'm just like, it's Tolstoy. Or yeah, I think because her plays kind of come from a place of like absolute despair. It's very like Angela Carter, kinda, maybe some Carter involved, maybe, but yeah, I don't know how to describe her, but
going in my shopping cart nonetheless. I'm excited.
Do it right. Okay, so I know what I'll do. Right, I know there's a few other questions, but I'm going to tell you I'll drop you a line. Just you can read it and be like, oh.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
I have WhatsApp ready. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Okay. Also, we've had like a steady 20 viewers this whole time. Thank you all for watching and tuning in. This is so cool.
Oh, Crystal said, where are we both from? I'm from a little village in South Wales.
Yikes. Yeah. Yikes. Okay. Well, definitely trigger warnings going into that for sure.
Yes.
I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, and welcome to both of our channels.
Yeah, so that's blasted, and that happens in like the first 2 pages.
Yikes! And you took your friend. Oh my goodness! Let me pull up. Yeah. Where did that thing go?
He has a lot of faith in me, my mate.
Bring that back up. Yeah,
is traumatizing.
Kieran is nicest. He appreciates good art.
I like transgressive works. I like books that are just not there for like. Some books are just there for shock and awe.
Yeah,
and you're like you're saying this because you can. I think sometimes you do need to delve into areas where you're like really uncomfortable. And I know most people would disagree with me and say like you shouldn't read something if it's like traumatic to yourself. But I find a strange catharsis.
Mm-hmm.
But I think as well with the book club we read Story of the Eye,
mm-hmm.
which I'd owned for 2 years. I was like, I don't even know if I'm like ready for this. And then like 10 of us read it, and all of us were like, this wasn't published, surely. Like we are going places that are a bit like,
yeah.
But then where else are you going to read a book like that? Because no one's like no, I couldn't go to like my local book club and be like, hey guys, I know we just read, I don't know, some romance. Let's try Story of the Eye or Sarah Kane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder why I also really like reading like incredibly dark stuff. Like I'm interested to see what you think of Die My Love, because I think that one
I really want to read that
plays certain things. I don't know, like, yeah, different from what you just sent me, but it's very, very bleak, and yeah, and it's quick. I think I'm curious to know what you think about that one, but love the dark stuff. And stuff that pushes boundaries, and I don't know whether that's in terms of content or form, or that's why I really liked like The Employees on the short list too. Like
yeah.
Not as dark, I would say, but well, it's bleak. It's a bleak text, I would say. But I love that.
I think going out your comfort zone is quite. I think it's quite useful. I think it's one of those. It's kind of like the Gulag Archipelago, like to recommend, like, hey, do you want to learn about like possibly 6 million people dying by their own government and you didn't even know that happened, is a hard sell.
Yeah.
But I think you could appreciate other things that I think it opens up conversations that you weren't aware of. So after reading Gulag, a few people from Russia, because it's like mandatory reading, put it in like all kids have to read the Gulag Archipelago, which to think like kids who are 14 reading like 1,500 pages, like I said in my review, like you don't have an excuse to not read 500 pages, because it's being like you have to learn about this history. It's like so vitally important. But I was having a conversation with from there, being like, shan't name names, but they said one of the reasons why some people feel Russia is very like closed off and they keep to themselves is all because of when you did express yourselves, you were like shot in your house. So there's like this image and what the generation before are like still suffering from that, even though some of them didn't experience it like at the height. But nowadays, even like parents are like if you are going to go out, like, can you just low profile, like keep yourself very like prim, proper. And I was like, not that I thought Russians had that. I didn't know it was like a stereotype that people have of Russia. Yeah. But like, yeah, it makes sense now. Like I never would have known that. But then you read it and you're like, yeah, like I probably understand why you'd be like, I'm keeping like Barry to myself.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Don't even speak to anyone like outside of my. Like it was a farce. The whole Gulag scene. Like if you didn't like, say if like you wanted your neighbor's house, you would just ring them and be like, I think they're capitalist, and they would just be moved, and your prize would be, yeah, you can have the house now.
Wow. But I need to read that book. I mean,
if your neighbor thought that you only got the house because you were a capitalist, you were going to sell it on. So you just have this whole movement of people. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. But then you get into conversations with people. Like I've read a bit of Sergei Zhadan, who's like a prominent Ukrainian writer. I got people from Ukraine messaging me being like, oh, like when you read this, like it's actually about X, Y. He's talking about a very specific thing. You're not going to know about this. And I'm like, I never would have known anything about this specific thing that he's talking about.
Yeah.
So we've verged off, but
no, I mean, like we have a good like list of books from this discussion to recommend. I mean, I haven't read most of these, but this was nice. Booker Boy Book Club, yeah. I mean, get into it. I'm so excited for Booker season. I'm so hyped.
Ready for it.
So
ready for it. I'm ready.
Everyone. So for the Discord, I don't. You share it in your in your descriptions and all your videos and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. Join the Discord, everyone.
Should be there.
If you're not already on there, yeah.
If not, message me on Instagram and I shall provide you the link there and then, because I'm nice like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully I'd like to be able to, if I can get Knausgård out of the way, I'd like to do a book before Booker. I would like to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking possibly doing a Welsh book, or possibly like a Welsh in translation, or one of the Brazilian authors, but again in translation. I've read lots of translation this year, actually, thinking of it. I'm loving
Yeah.
it.
Book Away Book Club.
Yeah, so it's a Discord. Most people haven't got a Discord, and they started to go, "What's this?" And then you kind of trundle like 3 days on it. You're like, "This is the greatest thing ever."
Discord's amazing. Yeah,
I think Discord's really good for like book clubs, because one thing that I didn't want to do, I'm not going after anyone who does do it, but doing it, someone goes like, "We're reading a book, and like by the end of the month, I'll do a video on it." I've always found that there's like no discussion back and forth, and it's kind of not that there's like a need for me to read the book, but I'm still kind of like, I'm reading the book on my own, ergo to watch your video in time.
Yeah.
But like Discord, so how I normally separate things out in chapters, you can kind of see logically where people are.
Yeah.
And you kind of just get like thoughts as people go through. But it's I think it's one of those things, Discord. I think you'll get more out of it the more that you put in.
Definitely. I do like that, because like you avoid spoilers too, because you can read at your own pace, and then you catch up to the conversation, or if you're like actively, on time with whatever. But I do like that about Discord, of being a part of a book club that's like, what am I trying to say? Like breaks the time apart, so you can partake at your own leisure.
Like similar to like, well, for Book of 2020, obviously I had my schedule but it was quite nice seeing people who were already on 3 books ahead, and there was conversation I was already going to be engaging with. Yeah. And you could always kind of go back and forth. So I think for book clubs, it's chef's kiss. Definitely. Big up Wales. Maybe I should do it. Maybe I should do like the best Welsh book ever. Period. You should. Not that I've not read it yet. Okay. But I would. Yeah, I'd like to. I like doing books like no one knows of. Yeah, and we like. I like that. Speaking for your subscribers, but I love getting exposure to stuff that I've like literally never heard of, including. Is her name Sarah Kate or Sarah Kane? I don't want to. Kane. Yeah. Because I think that's like I think that's a really difficult thing. Like I think in general, I think all of us have this difficulty of it's quite easy to follow like really recent books. Yes. That I would say most of them are fairly mediocre. They're like, like it's okay. And then you have like some really great authors that you have like absolutely no idea about, like Sarah Kane. I checked on YouTube because I was like, is there anyone? There's no one. And I'd be like, I would love to be like one of the like first people to be like, I read Sarah Kane when I was 17. Probably shouldn't have read it. But here we are 10 years later. And she's amazing. Yeah. But yeah, that's a good point, because I always follow like Trap too. Because it is kind of fun, like, getting an advanced copy or something and then wanting to like, be with like the current stuff. But I do think it's fun and also important to kind of like read older works, or more like, considered classic works, and understand kind of like how fiction, like why modern fiction is the way it is too. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know. It's fun. It's kind of like what we talked about, like with the Discord. I will stop after this. Trust me. I'm a tangent. But I think it with more recent books, like, because everyone's reading them, there's that conversation. Like everyone's kind of in on it. If you've got an advanced copy, people are like, oh, like I think I'll read it, and then they read it and they go back. Like I review like obscure like Welsh authors. View wise, I know as soon as I post them up, if I hit 100 views, I'm happy. So like no one's heard of this. Yeah. And I don't think anyone's going to search. They're not going to search about, or that you have to have been subscribed to me to get the notification of like he's speaking about this person. And yeah, that's difficult. Like, that's kind of like the Sarah Kane. If I put the video out, and I'm going to give it a ridiculous score because it's absolutely fantastic, I know no one's going to watch it. Just by scrolling through, I know no one's going to be like, had we not had this conversation, you might think, I don't know who Sarah Kane. Oh, it's plays. skip. I know people will do that.
Yeah.
So I probably would.
Right.
So it's I think that's a difficult thing to juggle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of rated it both in. I mentioned it. Well, look at David Diop.
Yeah.
I remember watching yours and thinking, probably not going to read it. Ended up being on the internet. Like, I imagine now lots of people have gone to your video more so than when it first went up, which seems a little bit backwards, but yes.
More video plans on, absolutely.
Yes, I'm all on the Sarah Kane train. Do you know what? I'm glad Mario asked me, because I kind of forgot. So Mariam's doing a plug a video series for mental health awareness reading. Authors was asked about for mental health, and I couldn't think, and I was like, I want to do a playwright. And I was like, Sarah Kane. It just came to me, and from there I was like, yeah, do you know what? I probably should invigorate that love. I should talk about it, because I love Sarah Kane. Love it. I don't know if it's shown. I don't know, but yes,
someone does have to be the first. Absolutely.
It's true. It's true. And sometimes it's difficult being the first.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember sorry.
Oh, no. Go ahead. I was just going to say it. I reviewed At Night, All Blood is Black, in November, before it was longlisted. I remember it's scary. No one had read the book at the time. I got an advance copy of it, and I was like, is it, I don't know. It's just hard. So I agree. Yeah.
I got a review to come out, and I'm panicked about it. And it always happens if I'm the first. I remember Burn Sugar. I was the first person to put something out on it, and it was nerve-wracking, because I was like, if I get it wrong, which is the big thing. I'm always like, if I get it wrong, Owen Wilson, I'm gonna look like an idiot. If everyone disagrees with me, I'll get you're the guy who gave meh, meh, meh. Luckily I was right with that one. But then you get Shardy Moo 2, Polar Vortex. It's great. Everyone should read it. Most people read it and went, meh, it's rubbish. And I'm like, oh, not that I don't love it, and I think it's a real vital source of information about how culture, race, and sexuality, and queerness, and all these different things really pressure boiled and gone, there you go, and now I'm going to add the internet into it, which is a feat and a half. But I still think if you type in Polar Vortex, I think I'm the first person who comes up on YouTube, and that's worrying. And so the one I got coming up is an Indian book, which was brought Indian author translated from the Kannada, by Amantha Murthy. I am the only white guy with a full English review. I know, I say it in the review. I'm like, I am going to be predominantly the person that people are going to click on, because unless you're looking for a study guide, or you speak Hindi, I think there is one in Kannada, most people are going to go for the English one. So there's me going, hi, I'm going to read this really famous work of Kannadian literature, and it's me you're dealing with. Hi, I'm from Wales. And I read this in 2 days. Here's my opinion. And that's really difficult. And the difficulty is increased if I don't like the book.
Yeah, because then you're the one. Yeah, it's a lot, but it's kind of the risk reward of BookTube.
I don't think it's something that the opinion could be wrong. I think it's the perception.
Yeah.
So I always try to be I didn't like this. Hey, these are the reasons why. And I think sometimes people get caught up in the score more so than anything I've said. So there's moments where you can go, hey, I actually thought this was really interesting. I think I'll get more out of it than you. And I'd be like, well, yeah, then go read it. Like, you don't have to agree with everything I say. And I think this is why Knausgaard, there have been some people who are like I think I want to read it because there's me going, I don't like this bit, but if you consider it from this point of view, and yeah, I think especially if I translate it, it's like I think like with Kanjue, I think I'm the first person that comes up with a review, and it's my first Kanjue. I don't think I do an articulate job at all of trying to explain it. I still can't explain it now, to be honest. It melted my head. Yeah.
I mean, that's something that so like with negative form reviews, I get kind of nervous just because I just get nervous that like I'm not giving, or I'm like approaching a book like the wrong way or something. Like I always kind of second guess myself, which I mean, an opinion is an opinion, but like I often think of like, lately I've been thinking about like literary criticism, like what, like what that means, and like whether like being a booktuber and reviewing books, whether there's a right way to review a book, which I don't think there is, but I don't know. It's just something I've been kind of like second guessing myself on lately, but I don't know if that's like a good anxiety to have, or I don't know, but
I think it depends on the book. I think if there's like a really, say, The Mirror and the Light by Hilary Mantel, if you want to come out and say you don't like it, everyone's reading it. It's most people will go with you on that.
Yeah,
I think it's when it comes to, say, a debut author, indie press, I know they go in, you know what, this was rubbish. There's a bit of like you're kind of giving publicity to the book, you're kind of making people aware of it, but at the same time you are just going, this was poo. Yeah, this was rubbish. But yeah, no, I agree with Victoria. I think most books I pick up are from someone being like, this was horrendous, and I'm like, I'll make my mind up on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because sometimes people, I mean, a classic one is like, I didn't like these characters in this book or something, and like that makes me want to read it. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be a fun place if every review was just, glowing praise of everything. I mean, I think we need the contrast.
Yeah,
there. But
I was to finish off on a really like meta note, because I think this was great. I was speaking to Avni Doshi. I know,
casual,
just casual. And we were. She had sent me an article in regards to Salman Rushdie's newest essays that have come out. On that, and I picked up on something. The Salman Rushdie said, because he used to do book reviews for The Guardian.
Oh, okay.
I said that he stopped doing it because there's a tendency, which I agree with, because I get it all the time, i.e. my R.C. Walden review, i.e. my Eliza Clarke review. I didn't give Eliza Clarke that bad of a score, but anyway, and Ali Smith, that there's a line that you run between, or the perception that you're not liking the book, you just hate the person. The amount of times I've had to turn around and be like, I have nothing against Eliza Clarke and Boy Parts. Like, if she came up to me, I'm not going to be like, ew. I'll just be like, I didn't like your book. And I think if you're an author, I think you should expect that some people aren't going to like your book.
Yeah.
Like, that's just like fact.
Yeah, and you have to. I mean, that would be, I don't know, that'd be tough to, it is tough. I mean, I'm sure that's another thing with like negative reviews is like, I would never want to, discredit the author or like I don't know. So I always get nervous on that front too, but sometimes I think like, are people actually like, will the author actually see my review? I think it depends on many factors, but that is an anxiety I have too. Oh, hello. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of like, what I was just saying. Yeah. In terms of like, if it's like a smaller book or a debut or something, I think there's more, I don't know. I get a little bit more nervous on that front too. Like, tons of people, like, I don't know. The first one that comes to mind is like Taylor Jenkins Reid. I feel like I've expressly said like I'm not interested in reading her books, but like I don't feel as like nervous.
Is that Daisy Jones in the Six?
Yeah, Daisy Jones in the Six.
Okay,
those kind of, I mean, it's just not. I haven't read the book, so I don't know. But
like Piranesi review.
Yeah.
I felt no issues dragging it and posting it. No issues. I was a bit nervous with boy parts.
Yeah.
So I was like, I know a lot of people really, really like this. And again, I think I always look at as I've uploaded it, I look for other reviews.
Mm-hmm.
When you're like the only person who doesn't like it, there's a bit of like a brace yourself. Like everyone's talking about it. Everyone seems to love it. Like, and I expect a certain reaction. But
and with like people that have commented on your channel, or like whenever you get like feedback, I don't like people feel like it's a personal attack on like them. Sometimes it seems like, in terms of like, if you don't like a book and I liked it or something, it seems like it's just an opinion. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Like, it's always surprising to me, but I don't know. But I know you like you said, you like engaging, engaging with those people. So
yeah, like, I mean, they don't know me, I don't know them. Just kind of a bit of like okay, like, go for it. I remember like one person was like, you clearly work in Tesco's after the boys parts. So I was like, no. It's like, what's your point? They're like, I was like, I don't like, why have we gone down this road? Like, you didn't listen to anything that I said.
That's what I don't understand when people that's just crazy. That's YouTube also. I mean, YouTube is
and for Analogy in regards to an unnamed booktubers book, I still get a lot of messages and comments about that.
Oh yeah,
it's weird. Like, everyone thinks it's all like this scheme that I have.
Oh, this one. Okay, sorry, I was looking for the comment.
Everyone thinks it's a scheme. Like, you did this for views, and I'm like, well, yeah, technically, I bought his book. Yeah. I was like, it's probably going to be decent because he bigged it up for 1 year. Mm-hmm. And he spelled the first sentence wrong. And I was like, boys, we're in for a ride. And then continued to be awful from beginning to end. And everyone's like, you hate him. You hate him. I'm like, I have no way. I don't care. I don't care enough. Like, I spent the 13 quid. I spent the money on it.
You bought the book.
I bought the book.
And if you don't want to hear bad reviews about the book, you can just hit the back button and not watch it.
Well, or you could do which unnamed booktube. I know I've said the name, but or you could just remove the book from sale.
And I forget his name, but he commented on your video, right?
Yeah, he commented being like, he was like, yeah, fair. Like, you're right.
Yeah, he took it in, like, he was nice, or he was cool about it.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, whatever. And everyone's like, he's evil. I'm like, I remember saying to someone, like, buy the book, and they said, well, I can't anymore because he's removed it. And I was like, oh, okay then. So I still believe I'm the only person who has the physical copy still, and I will not remove it.
Yeah, that shares copy.
But yeah, I think that's a really difficult thing where you kind of like, at what point do you? I think Ali Smith's a difficult one for me because I'm kind of playing up to the joke that, like, you all know that I don't like Ali Smith. I think some people who come in or watch my reviews and have no concept of the, like, reputation I have of Ali Smith, I think it's a little bit jarring. But, like, at what point do you fall into, like, and I think some people fall to, like, attacking the author of, like, like, they're the issue. It's like, well, it's not really. Like, Ali Smith can be really nice as pie. Doesn't have to like anything of hers.
Right.
I mean, I mean, I reviewed my mate's book and give it a pretty scathing review. Kind of. I wasn't too harsh on it. But I set it up being like, hey, I'm biased. Like, he's my mate. Like, I bought it with money. Like, I pre-ordered it. It wasn't like from him. He didn't, like, I didn't get the publisher to send me it. So I was like, I'm probably going to be like a bit harder on him to, like, not like to even it out, but like, I want him to get better. Like, it's his debut. I mean, he hasn't spoken to me since I uploaded it.
Oh no.
like communication silence. I was like, well, you asked for. I said to him, beforehand, I was like, hey, I'll send you it. You won't, if you want to approve it, or if you don't want to approve it, I'll go back, I'll edit, I'll redo it until you're happy.
Yeah.
But I was like, know that like the final score is the score. There's no negotiation. And he said, I'm not going to watch it, just put it up. I was like, I will always preface with like, are you sure? I'm very keen for people like that. But oh god,
joys of booktube, man. Well, I think
this is the.
Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Take it. Okay, I think this is like the. This is the difficulties in it all. This is the. I think this is when people go like, I want to, and I don't know why. I think it's all these things. Like, just know, like everyone's thinking it. Like everyone is like, do I step my foot forward? Do I post the review? Do I do the? There's been books that I wanted to, and I've kind of got. I had a conversation with the book bully Jill. Love her. She's great. Mm-hmm. I was mentioning one book. I was like, I'm thinking of reviewing it. It was a low score. Kind of went through like, I didn't like this, didn't like that. And she said like, but like who, like, what's the purpose of it? It was like back in the early days.
Yeah.
She went, what's the reason of you putting this out? Like, are you going to like, are you just saying it because you can, and like you need to post the review, or should you like review something that like you didn't like, but maybe you didn't like it for more specific reasons?
Yeah.
And since that, I'm very cautious now of, I don't want to review everything that I read, because I think I did go through 4 months doing that pretty much, and some of them are pretty like I can tell looking back, like I don't really need to review it.
Because some books I come away from and I like don't have much to say on it, or for whatever reason. I
have filmed The Vegetarian by Han Kang 5 times.
Damn.
And
I want to read that book.
I've just come away from it being like, I have nothing to say on it because I don't think it's that good. It's mediocre, and I keep forgetting what really happened. So I've just gone, I'm just not going to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not going to. And yeah, I think that's one thing as well for like budding people who are maybe I'll be different in a year's time, but like pick and choose what you want to like talk about. Like if you don't feel like I think some people like really stick to a schedule way too much. Like if you don't have anything to say, just don't say it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think
don't do what I do, which is like say you're going to read the book along list and have some of the books like I don't really want to talk about this at all, but you have to because you obliged.
yeah. I know. I got stressed with like In Memory of Memory. I had like a week left of May, and I was like, I'm supposed to read this month, but no. So it's tough.
I wish I just put it down after 200 pages.
Yeah.
But I won't review, like personally for me, I won't review something I didn't finish.
Yeah.
I just think it's
Yeah, I mentioned like I DNF'd it, but I wouldn't because if you haven't, I don't know. Yeah. But I'm glad you told me to hold off, because if it got even more like,
it just keeps going.
Slow. The writing beautiful though. I think I want to save it for another time. I think I will appreciate it when I'm like in the headspace for like a book like that, but just not at the moment.
Yeah, I think if you CJ would love it.
Yeah, I could tell.
I don't know why CJ hasn't bought the book. Like she'd devour it, and I think I would watch CJ's review and be like, yes, like you've explained it to me in a way that I was like never going to get it.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love that review. Like a standalone 30-minute CJ reviews. And I love it.
Yeah, that book is so CJ, 100%. CJ, if you watch, I'm going to tell her after this to read it. I should send her my copy that's sitting collecting dust now.
There we go.
Here we go. I guess on that, it was so fun talking to you and
I would
doing
love
this
to do
finally.
this again.
Thank you, everyone that's watched this. This is so cool. I've been so nervous about doing live discussions, and I love this. This is so fun. So
I'm sorry that I'm just like a tangent master and just continue.
No, we love it. That's the whole. That's the point of these live discussions. Is to dive deep. And I have books to buy now.
Yes, Sarah Kane. If anyone's watching now, get some Sarah Kane into your life.
Yeah, I'm going right now to order.
I will review it very shortly.
I'm excited. Should I read before watching that? Or no, I mean,
yeah, I would.
Yeah. I always ask you that, but I'm like,
I don't think with Sarah Kane. I think with Sarah Kane, like for me to review, I wouldn't go into like every play because it would just be like like there'd be too much. It'd be like an hour long.
Yeah,
if I'm talking about that, I think. I'll probably do like more like over arc, which I don't really like doing Robux, but like this is what it is. But
looking forward to it.
So good.
I cannot wait.
Do it. Buy Sarah Kane, everyone, and check out Mariam's channel as well.
Yes,
Mariam is here. Need to no. Someone's just mentioned Les Mis. Now we have to end the stream like right now because that was like way too long of my life on that.
Yeah, I
for a bet.
You really put yourself through some struggles with reading, but it's so entertaining.
It's the only way I can get Charlotte from Coiny Reads to read Ulysses. And I think the difficulty is that Charlotte read Les Mis and likes Les Mis, so it's pretty like a win-win for Charlotte. I've not read Ulysses. I've not read any Joyce. I could equally not enjoy Ulysses.
That sounds like that's one book I always said I will never read, but you know.
Yeah, same. But I see loads of people being like, white boys love Ulysses. And I'm like, well, I'm going to buck the trend. Well, no, I'm going to completely follow it because I like David Foster Wallace at me. So I was like, I just see it like referenced all the time. And everyone's like, Ulysses. And there's me going like, is it worth it?
Yeah.
I let everyone know. Similar to Knausgaard.
Mm-hmm.
Should you read it? And most people will be like, I probably will save my money, buy something else.
Yeah.
Like George Saunders, which I'm probably going to purchase right now.
Yeah. It's so good.
I should get on that.
It's so good.
Could that make Booker?
Could it?
I mean, he's won it before, so technically he gets the in.
Yeah, I mean, but it's a story collection and an essay collection.
If In Memory can do it.
That's true. That would blow my mind.
I'd love for Booker to like really throw a tangent in. But I think it might, because I don't know if anyone knows this or if anyone cares. The ex-Archbishop, Rowan Williams, is a judge. Now, I've met the Archbishop Rowan Williams. First of all, nicest man I've ever met. He's great to listen to. But he loves Russian literature. He like knows his Dostoevsky. He was the kind of guy he was the guy who got me into Dostoevsky. Very odd story. Don't ask why I was in the cathedral. Just go with it. And how we got into Dostoevsky. We don't need to talk about that anyway. So maybe we do, but we don't at the current moment in time. And I think there's going to be a Russian writer on the Booker because he loves it.
He loves it. That entire book is a love letter to Russian story writing, like completely. So
I mean,
I just didn't know if it was like against the rules 100%, but I could totally see it. I mean, that book is getting near universal praise. I saw one really critical review, which was interesting, but it was also kind of, I don't know, not to go on a tangent on George Saunders, but I'd be interested to see. But
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I want Saunders on there. I think his book gets through because he won it for Lincoln.
Yeah, I mean that does make sense.
But I mean, I'm not trying to say like, would you argue with an archbishop? I probably wouldn't.
Yeah,
I'd be like, Rowan, see you in 2 weeks. You choose the wrong list. You know what? You do all of it. I'll just agree with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be a Russian. I think Obiuma's gonna choose someone who's gonna like. I hope it's like a Tsitsi Dangaranga.
Yeah,
where everyone goes, cool. Oh my gosh, like why have I been sleeping on Tsitsi Dangaranga for so long?
Yeah. And that's the power of the booker is getting books like that in front of people, which is really cool. So
well, look at like Bernardine Everistow.
Yeah.
Everyone's reading Bernardine Everistow, and no one knew of her beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
I think when she won it, I think she only sold 6,000 books.
Really? Wow. I did not know that.
Like at the moment that she had won it, I think it was only 6,000. Like 6,000. Was about then there was the Testament, which sold like 150,000. And now she's got a brand new release. Everyone's reading like Mr. Loverman.
Yeah, that is so cool. I mean, no one knew about Margaret Atwood before the Booker, before she won for the Testament. No one had any idea who she was.
What's the last name?
Kidding. Yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, who is that? That's every time I think about that infuriates me. But
I'd say even George Saunders.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so new to like books, so I didn't really know much about anything before like 2018, to be honest. But I'm playing catch up there. But yeah, so everyone tune in to Booker Boy 2021. It's going to be a moment in time.
Hashtag.
Well, we need to keep doing this, Kieran. We should. You know, this was fun.
This was great. This was a lovely way to end, especially for me. It's like the beginning for you, but to end a Sunday. It's been great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. I don't know how to end live streams. So it might just be me sitting here trying to figure out how to end it, but
just nervously sweat. Right? You just click end, and then it's gonna go boop, and that's it.
Okay. Oh,
everyone's just gonna wait now. Oh,
how nice! What a nice.
Ricky.
People are so nice.
We need more people like Ricky on my channel, because if I get Ricky, more person being like your nose, like why do you sound like that? I'm going to cry deep down. Your beard's too scraggly. It's like, yes, I know we're in a pandemic and I'm unkempt. It's like my thing.
People are the worst. Oh my gosh. All right. Goodbye, everyone. Bye, Kieran. You're the best. Bye.
Just gonna keep waving.
I don't know how to do it.